You're welcome yet again to an amazing month where we're going to share very interesting stuff about business.
Business group coaching is back.
This business started in 2019 on the cusp of COVID.
Right now, the entire organization has over 30 people.
If that is not growth, you see what I meant when I told you we were bringing somebody with results to show?
That the reason why I need to have this is that people who follow me are mostly sinners. So they need to hear the word of the Lord.
So he knew how to calculate cost of goods, he knew how to purchase, he knew how to price, he knew how to repair, he knew even how to collect debts.
You strongly believe Jesus was a businessman?
Yes.
Anyone who sets up a business to work in it, you created a job for yourself, that business will fail.
When the leader sees small, the business is definitely going to stay small, and so is everyone in it, trapped in the smallness.
Exactly.
You who think the business people are not in kingdom business. Ooh.
All right. You are welcome to Business Garage once again. If you were with us last week, you're welcome to Business Garage, where we are going to continue our story with CK of Innovation Village and MoTIV. He's a founder there and he's sharing his story, but in today's episode, he's sharing more insights on business, on the space, on entrepreneurship. One of those things that I feel, if you're able to do it, you're those that the Lord loves more than others. If you're actually able to pull off this entrepreneurship journey, you know, people that are very close to his heart. And last week, he shared some insights into how he sees the space, what MoTIV does, what Innovation Village does, and he was able to give us insights into the young people. We stopped our conversation on the part of the young people that he works with a lot with, but we who are running businesses are actually employing, and many times we are complaining and talking about the young people and where their mind is. But he was able to shed some light into how we can work with them, how we can support them, and also to just explain that the environment they're in is a lot different from the one that we were raised, and therefore we need to, quote unquote, cut them some slack, mentor them, and support them to turn into the people that we think they have that potential to become. So once again, I'm your host, Sharon, and you're live on Business Garage that is coming to you from Worship Harvest, where we're a movement of the gospel, discipleship, and mission, catalyzing spiritual, social, and economic renewal in our immediate communities, and as a result, the world. So we continue our conversation with CK. CK, the last time we kicked off, we were really talking about the young people. But now I would like you to speak to that business owner that is out there, that is running a business in Uganda. What are some of the trends that you're seeing? Because you have an opportunity to go to spaces where the average businessman, woman, you know, the person starting business in Uganda does not have. You have a better outlook on things, probably. Yes, someone might say there's research, do the research, but sometimes you have seen something and you're like, I wish my guys knew this. What is something you share with us?
I think if, you know, there is this song where they say New Yorker, and they say that if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Oh.
It's same,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Again, I respect anyone doing business in Uganda.
You're already winning.
You're already winning.
Yes.
So, and that's one of the things we don't do much in business. We don't give ourselves as much credit as we. I'm not saying satisfaction. I'm saying understand that you're already doing a great job, because there's a principle called, the gap. The gap. You can either, if your mission is to get to 30 and you're at 22, you can either worry that you have 8 to go, or you can
look back and say
I moved 22 to get this, right? So if you're doing business in Uganda, you first of all, congratulations. You're not as bad as you think you are. Because many businesses died during COVID. We're just talking about the latest tax data, and you see that 2020, I think 2019, 2020, the number of businesses over 100 billion moved from 128 to 6.
There was a drop.
Yeah, businesses that are able to pay taxes, right? That businesses between 50 billion to 100 billion moved from 126 to 3.
No.
Yeah. And then, of course, the micro and small grew.
Yes.
We have more people then starting, smaller businesses, paying taxes below 55 million. And if you've been following the trends, of course, URA has now doubled what they call mobilization, meaning they used to use 90 billion to mobilize. Now it's going to be 180.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily going to get better, but looking at it from the gap and the gain, right? It then only goes to inform and say, okay, I'm at 22, I'm going at 30. How else can I improve what I'm trying to do? What do I need to add that will make my service significantly different? Because the opportunity is in the difference. The opportunity is in how else you are solving problems, for people. And from our context, technology has played an important role in driving more efficiency, driving more scale, that businesses can begin to adapt to, get to more customers, expand who you are working with.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think so many opportunities, but is the key for me is let's not just look at it from everything that's broken.
I like that.
The
Yes,
gap.
yes.
Let's look at how far we've come. And then let's think about how to go further.
Yeah.
So technology offers opportunities.
Yes.
And then also, the story we are telling, I was telling you earlier, that for every Ugandan businessman I've met, businesswoman I've met, I can show you a Nigerian or a Kenyan who's not doing as well as them, but who has managed to tell their story
differently, better
and different.
Yes.
And so they get the attention that this one is like we're good at lighting a candle and covering
it, as the Bible says. Yes.
So let's tell our stories better, and let's work on what makes us different, and let's adapt some levels of technology.
Yeah. So now you've led me to the next question.
Yeah.
How do we tell these stories better?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I think stories are told better by just being original.
Okay.
Why are you? People want to connect with who you are.
Yeah.
Why you're doing this? What makes what you're doing different? The more original we are, the more honest we are, the more we're in touch with our difference, the more differentiated we can also be.
Yes.
Yeah, it's hard for you to, where it's a kakolanga samona, right?
Yes, something like that. Yes,
just be original and work on the difference that makes you unique, and be able to communicate that to the first person. I find that word of mouth is much better.
It moves a lot faster.
Than and be trusted. Trust is a big thing in business. Be trusted to be able to then attract, more people. Yeah.
Yes, and you've spoken a little bit into how Kenyan businesses, Nigerian businesses, when you were talking about the access to funding that Israel has, and then what reaches the continent and the countries that are getting it. What can Ugandan businesses do then to access this funding that you've talked about? How do we play better? Because everybody, that's the question on their minds. We are doing things, but how do we get access to this money? And then there's also that myth that it's for special people, it's like a special category of people. Please don't waste your time, just do your thing here.
Yeah.
What are those things that we can do better to?
That's a very good question.
To look better.
But mindset plays a big role in this, in how you approach business. Because I remember when I was in Lagos, I met a lawyer at a cocktail. So I asked him, what type of lawyer are you?
Oh.
Yeah, he looked at me, he drank his coffee, and he looked and said, what type of lawyer do you want?
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
meaning,
Yeah. That if you need me to be that.
if you need me to be in Uganda, and that's what mindset is.
Yeah.
You find someone saying, me, I'm criminal, I'm commercial, I'm family, I'm this, I'm this. People even call themselves divorce lawyers.
Yeah, strictly.
Yeah. So the mindset of whatever it takes, I'm not saying go and call
Be
it,
everywhere.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm saying whatever it takes, that's the mindset of whatever
Do
it
it,
takes,
yeah.
just do it. Then I met about 15 entrepreneurs. They all had business cards. Now the business card has their name, it has the name of the business, it has a phone number, an email address, the location of the business. It doesn't have a title.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, so you say, how come there's no title? They're like, no. For us, when it is time to build, we're all
there.
building. You know? Here, again, you'll find a kid who is calling him serial entrepreneur. CEO and founder.
Yeah. When he hands you over his card.
You know,
yes.
Director General. Yeah. So we are more for the glory before the building.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so the attitude is really foundational.
You don't want to put in the work.
The work,
Yes,
but the attitude of whatever it takes, the attitude of, okay, you can call me what you want to call me, but if the business is not working,
those are useless.
Yeah,
yes, all those things you're calling me are useless.
And then from attitude to understand, I'm going to have to do whatever it takes. I'm going to fail. I'll feel the pressure. You need to think of scale. You know, that is this business that I am building, can it be used by a guy in Nairobi or in Cairo? Yeah, for us, when you're building a business, you even give it a Luganda name. You call it Tukole.
Yeah, Chamagero and Sons.
Yeah. And yet when you go to Gulu,
they can't quite understand what you're about.
You can't
they can't even pronounce the name.
It's
true. It's true.
So the mindset of scale, that's why people call it Amazon. They'll call it Alibaba, because anywhere in the world
you can say that.
You can know what you can relate with Alibaba.
Yes.
But if you're building and you're not even thinking of scale, then you're already setting up yourself for failure, because your product could be much appreciated in another market that's not here.
Yes.
But you haven't even begun to think that I can be in Jinja when I'm in Kampala. We have so many businessmen who have not been to Jinja or Tombara with what they're trying to.
I'm just comfortable
I'm
here.
comfortable there.
Yeah.
And I think for me, the true nature of business is two things. One, to solve problems, or to create value. You know, so it's important for us to diversify our thinking about business, because you find that everyone sees this hardware that works and say, bentandika ka hardware chikola, a shop, a saloon.
Yes.
So Ugandan businesses can be as few as those. It's a shop, it's a hardware, it's a saloon.
Yes, it's a shop selling phones.
It's a shop selling phones, like electronics. If you make it phones,
too specific. Yes, electronics. Yes,
so that you can sell a phone, this, that, you know. So we've simplified it to that trading.
Trade level, really.
Trade level versus what value are you bringing to the marketplace? What problems are you solving for the marketplace?
Even beyond just selling you my phone, what am I bringing?
And that's where you see business begin thinking about things like value-added services. If you buy, you get free transportation or whatever it is. Buy one, get, So we need to elevate beyond, the 5 businesses we do, and begin to think of business as a contribution, as a value-added service to community, to industry, and that's why I think if you see what the president is going on about the coffee story, it's that the global coffee market is $460 billion. Africa gets 2.6 billion of that.
Yes, and yet
Germany, that is a non-coffee producing country, gets 65 billion.
It's always staggering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly because of the value. So business is what
All about
value are you adding to the marketplace, to the service, or what problems are you solving for the marketplace?
For the marketplace, yes. Yeah, so you've brought out 2 main things that maybe we think too small. Our visions are not big enough. So when you say that I'm thinking of only Bwaise, where I've set up my bakery, I have not thought that this bakery can serve people in Gulu that need this good bread as well, because everyone likes good bread wherever I am in the world. I will still like it. So I only think Bwaise. So that is the sort of thinking you're talking about.
Yeah.
That while other people are broad thinking, they think about the, at that level, our visions as business people are probably our limiting factor. Yeah. That the Ugandan businessman doesn't dream big. Maybe because of the environment we're in, we've been brought up to, do your thing and be content.
Yeah. No, it's you who has said our visions are too small.
Maybe that's what it is.
But I think for me, I stand at the space of just challenging
us to think
think bigger.
Think bigger.
Because
it's possible.
It's possible. I mean, and these things have been done elsewhere, so they can be done here, and they can be done by you. So it's possible to also think too small and hit. I was speaking
and win at it.
Yes, I was speaking to a businessman, and he told me, when I was getting into business, I wanted to be like those guys. And the guys have a really simple business. It's actually a furniture making business. He wanted to have a space where he has a workshop, and when he comes, he sees that the 20 people in the workshop
are all there,
are all his, and they are working for him.
And they are working.
And he knows that he can make 10,000 shillings from everybody in the workshop. That was his mission. So, okay. But now he finds himself in a situation where he has achieved that. And what next
if that was it?
If that was it, so you find you have to begin thinking again, dreaming again, visioning again.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why people say, if your dreams don't scare you,
they are not really.
They're
not there yet.
Yeah. So it's always important to look at who else is doing this in Uganda.
Yeah.
Who else is doing this in East Africa? Who else is doing this in the world? How can I be like them? How can I learn from them? How can I replicate what they're doing here? What they're doing there here, as we serve, as we solve problems, as we tap into the difference that only us have.
I mean, in one of our classes, I remember Apostle challenged us and said, look at your business right now. Now imagine it times 1 million or something. Explode it in your mind. And everyone was like, because it's like explode it, because right now it's small. It doesn't matter if you have 3 branches already. That's too small. Like explode, allow you X to the power, whatever it is. And allow yourself to dream. And so I think that's the encouragement, that where we are,
definitely,
it can be bigger.
Yes.
Start to dream about it.
It must be bigger.
Yes,
it should be big.
if it's to solve the problem that we have right now. Bring us back to that university thing. How many people are churning out in business? So if I'm thinking of starting a business that employs 20, from those, 1,000 that come out on each intake, how many am I going to employ as a business? So, because ultimately that's what it's about. The other day we were in a conversation, now that we talk about scaling and things like those, and we were talking about industrialization, and we're like, the hope for Uganda, what is it? Is it manufacturing? But then There are some countries that have beat it, or is that the journey we have to take also? What is the you know?
I think the hope for Uganda is the people. Yeah. Our ability to tap into what makes us different is from where I'm seated, is the hope. Meaning there is only, and that's why I like the creative economy.
Yeah.
That there's only one chameleon. There's only one Sharon. There's only one whoever you are, and that's why again I like entrepreneurs, because CK, for example, who was a teacher, earning 220,000 shillings, moves into Umeme and starts Innovation Village and starts MoTIV. Our total team is over 100 plus. That as an entrepreneur, you can begin to create things from nothing. You can solve problems at scale. You can bring to life. So it's not it's not about the industry that needs to be created or agriculture. It is, if we tap into the potential that our people have, then we'll build industries. It doesn't matter if it's value addition in agriculture. It doesn't matter if it's creative economy. So let us build better systems to enable our people unlock the potential. That's the real value. And that's the real
carried
bet.
by the people.
And I mean, we're called the most entrepreneurial country for a reason. So if we are not able to support our entrepreneurs better, then there's a problem.
Okay. I like that. I like what you say, that indeed, really at the end of the conversation, that's actually how it sort of ended up. Maybe it's actually the people. If you can transform the person, then all these other things will automatically happen.
They'll build an industry.
They'll be the ones to do it once you have worked on the person, which also brings back to the conversation of the mindset of the individual. Where is that person's mind? What are they thinking? Because at the end of the day, that's the very difference, between, I've educated you so that you can think differently and be able to help your community and be able to support support the people that, that are within your level of responsibility. So I think it comes back to even us as business people. In MoTIV, is there a space to mentor people then, to grow people to think a certain way? Is it there?
Yeah, we have what we call a Creative Business Academy.
Okay.
And the mission in there is to help someone very simply distinguish between a good idea and a good business idea.
Oh, there's a difference?
You may have an idea and it is brilliant, but it will never turn into...
It can never be a business.
It's not a business. I think someone else was saying that we mistake our passion and talent or something like that. Your passion may not necessarily be able to turn into a business.
Maybe you should just, enjoy your passion on the weekend.
So Creative Business Academy, a lot of mentorship happens there, and to translate people, good idea, good business. And then I think the most effective mentorship tool we use is just the community. Speak to other entrepreneurs who have failed, who have done it differently. And it's easier for an entrepreneur to learn from an entrepreneur. So you speak to a guy, he tells you how he did it, and you think he doesn't know what he's doing for you better, and then you fail. So so there's a lot of peer
learning,
learning that happens as people grow a new business, and some even say, I think it's better for us to partner and go on this journey together than us trying to do the same thing alone.
So have you experienced people that came in individual but have set up partnerships then?
Well, I think we're designed to make sure that's what is happening.
That's what is happening.
Or also designed to make sure that those who come in together can actually separate and go build different things.
Different things, yes,
as
yeah.
they begin to experience the market.
Yes,
Yeah.
because that's probably a challenge. Sometimes, you know, maybe we have 5 salons, yet if
Yeah.
we had come together
Yes.
and made one massive thing,
Yes.
then the opportunity even to scale that
Yeah.
one big thing might be better. But the mindset of partnerships as well is lacking. Maybe you could just speak a little bit more into partnerships from your experience. Yeah.
I think partnerships are they're the key differentiator, in especially in technology or entrepreneurship. That and we call them. I don't even look at it from the context of just a partnership. We call them co-founders. Yeah, that every business needs a co-relationship. Someone who brings on board the value you don't have.
Yes.
The level of contribution you can't have. So one founder may be good at X, the other is good at Y. The two is what makes the business begin to work and to begin to move to the next level. So partnerships is something that at different levels that must begin to be pursued aggressively and differently. It's hard most of the time, and if you get it right, you're lucky. But it is something that becomes a key differentiator for any business. Your ability, the competitive advantage for a business is your ability to successfully carry out various levels of partnership. That's how ideally I'd look at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think people are not too keen on it? Even with all its advantages.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think it's a thing of.
Or is it something we've shied away from? Because you don't see that many.
It's a stage thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a stage thing. We haven't failed enough to learn that we should be partnering instead of trying it alone. We're still trying to find ourselves. We still think we're doing different things instead of seeing value. You think yours is special. It's your God's gift to Uganda with what you're trying to build. So why should I work with
violence.
you? Yeah. So I think it's a growth, and that's what the process is. That people will try, will fail, and then before you know it, they partner out of the experience of having failed to go. But it's also a stage thing.
Yes.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. With with more of these conversations and even the spaces that you've created, maybe even the stories are not shared enough. Of partnerships that are thriving. That people have come into. And we've glorified the individual thing that she's made it. She's made it. There are few cases of they are together. They came together and did this massive thing.
And we've not really been doing business for a long time the right way. So we're learning.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all learning, and there's a scarcity mindset that if he wins, I lose. If she wins, I lose. So people see it from the context of I must win for you to lose, and yet we can all
win. There's enough for everybody.
There's enough for everybody. So it comes down to the mindset too.
Yes. I like that our conversations keep coming back to the same thing, the mind. What are you renewing your mind with every day? What are you seeing? Are you growing daily as an entrepreneur? So how have you grown from you? What are those things you say that maybe 10 years ago I thought like this, now I think like this? Yes, one of those things, like 10 years ago I was in this bubble. Now I'm out of it.
How much time do you have? I think for me it's really been about I've been shaped a lot by pain and failure and that long suffering. I'm not as enthusiastic as I used to be. I've learned to slow down. And of course, people still say things we're building are big, but I look at it in comparison of what we should be, not what is. But I've learned to take things a bit slower, more reflective, and to give things time. I have a heavy respect for time. There are processes that can't be rushed.
Yes.
It will just take time. And time is a healer. You know, you give it time. Somehow things always find themselves out.
Yeah. So to give it rest and to respect time and go through the process.
Go through the process.
Yes.
You know, be more patient. I used to probably want things now.
Done yesterday.
Done yesterday. But it's been, I call it 26 hours a day of patience.
Yes, of patience. Yes. And when you talk about, you know, slowing down a little bit, I can't help but think you have this massive vision. Are there people in your life now that you are preparing? Because it's so big, you will probably see 100 acres in maybe 5 places. Is there somebody you're grooming? Do you work with people that you're like, I'm preparing them to take this thing on? Because even Jesus, he prepared 12, but then he said, you know what, I'm off to my Father, but I'm leaving you with this massive vision to go and tell the world about, you know, who I am and how much I love the world. Is there someone that you're training? Are there people that you're working with to continue this gospel of we can do more, we can do better, we must help, you know?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily look at it as preparing someone to do or take over, right?
Yeah.
I look at it, interestingly, as building an industry.
Okay.
Right? My way of doing it is that those who come after me, we can be able to say, there lived this crazy guy, right? If he did this, we can do better. You know, I built Innovation Village, built MoTIV in 3 years, right? We can do better.
We can do this in 6.
Yes. We can do it in 2.
We can do greater things than him.
We can do greater things than him. And even for those who don't necessarily like what we're doing, my preparation for them is you go and start doing it and call us and say, you come and see how you should have done it. Because that's how we build industries. Because we're not building, it's more around, I think in Silicon Valley is what they call PayPal mafia. That the people who built the entire industry first worked for this smaller business, because the first business called PayPal. Now, when they left PayPal, they went and Elon Musk started this one, started this one, started this one, started this. So
they're doing bigger things probably. And
so from what Innovation Village is, right? The guys who worked with us need to go and build a bigger Innovation Village.
That's the challenge to them.
That's the challenge to them. That the entrepreneurs who worked here, walked these walls and say this, they didn't support us. Go and build a bigger and better support framework for. I think that's how I look at it.
Okay, I like that.
Because and that's why I don't mind if Innovation Village is not here today or tomorrow, or MoTIV is not here, because at the bare minimum, we've stretched the mind for what is possible. So now someone can build a bigger MoTIV because we've built the first one. That's really how I look at it.
Something bigger and greater can come as a result.
My kids, my girls, will want to say, okay, look at what Dad did, and they'll laugh at it, and they'll...
That guy was joking.
So what are you preparing them for? But because we did this, and I like to tell people that sometimes I know I'll be successful when my daughter is on, I'm probably 60s. I'll be 125 in entrepreneurial years, I think, when I'm 60. And she's on TV saying, oh, we decided to start Africa Create Fund 1 of $500 million because we believed in the potential of African innovators. So I cannot be preparing her for this, because you know there's more. There's more for that generation to do bigger, better, bolder, because we're able to do this
Yes.
in the environment we
Yeah,
had.
yeah, like the Lord. He
That's
also
why
told us.
that's why we're
yeah.
building the environment
Yes,
so they
yes,
can do bigger
yeah.
and better.
And bigger and better.
Yeah.
You think like Jesus. He told us we can do greater things
Yeah,
than he has done. Greater works than these
100%,
shall you do.
yeah.
And it's true. People have had bigger crusades
Yeah,
than Jesus
yeah,
did. So
yeah,
you're very
yeah.
right.
So
you know.
when if Jesus was able to do what he did,
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
we should be better and do more.
Do more, which is his expectation.
Because
that
of
we
the
will
seed
do
he
more.
planted.
Yes, yes. So
yeah.
I like that your expectation is that I'm setting you up to do bigger. Bigger.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you don't like what I'm doing,
Yes.
do better.
Even if you like it, don't be happy with me.
Yeah,
You can. There's more.
yeah,
There's a lot more out there
yeah,
for you to do.
yeah.
I like it. I like it. I like that thought process that challenges us that there's more.
Yeah, there's more.
There's
Yeah.
more. There's more. So thank you very much. Any parting shots?
Yeah.
Yeah, they call it a catalytic. That's last one.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I think a parting
Yeah.
shot for me really is we're in a good place.
Okay.
And you may be going through a difficult time, difficult situations. My encouragement to you is it's easy to be defined by that, but look at not the gap, look at the gain there, and the opportunity is in just putting one foot in front of the next.
Okay.
Every morning, keep learning. I like to tell entrepreneurs that if you have started, don't stop.
Okay.
Because so many other people are learning from you.
Yes.
And if you haven't started, don't start. But anyway, yeah, I think it's just let's keep going.
Yes,
Let's keep going.
Keep going.
We're in a better place. The environment is getting better. The opportunities are getting better. And sometimes in business, your refusal to give up is what makes all the difference.
Yes.
Yeah, just keep persistent. Fall 7, stand up 8. Keep turning up. The day you don't feel like coming, it's fine. Tell people you're sick even if you don't feel like it.
Because you're sick at that
yes,
point. There's
at that
something.
moment, yeah. But just keep going.
Yes.
That's all that matters.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So thank you very, very much. So guys, if you're listening, join me to just say thank you very much to CK Japheth of Innovation Village and MoTIV that has been with us on the last 2 shows, sharing with us what he's thinking, what he has learned, and basically trusting you with the one that has given you really the vision, and that's by giving your life to him, because that's the most important decision you can ever make, even more than the decision to start a business. So if you'd like to give your life to Christ, you can say this prayer with me. Say, dear Lord, thank you for my life. Thank you that you love me. Thank you that you gave up everything so that I could have everything. And today, I give my life to you. Come into my life and be my Savior and make my life a significant one. In Jesus' name, amen. And if you just said that prayer, we are excited because you just made the most important prayer of your life. So go ahead, there's a number at the bottom of the screen where there's a pastor at the end of the line to help you make sense of the prayer, as well as connect you to a very good church family that can walk this journey of life with you and the Lord. So you can dial this number +256 775 642 449. I repeat, +256 775 642 449. Just let us know that I gave my life to Christ on Business Garage, and we'll be able to take it up from there with you. So from all of us at Business Garage, thank you very much for tuning in. Until next week, where we'll have another future for you. Bye-bye. Remember, you're blessed to be a blessing, so go out and be just that. Bye-bye.
Business Garage.